Greetings, greetings. Welcome. Come on in as I get situated here. Welcome, Legacy Builders. As always, let me know if you can hear me or want to confirm that I am seen and heard. All right, come on in. And for those who are joining me on the various platforms, LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, thank you for joining me. Let me know you are here. Again, I want to hear from you, see from you. Good morning. All right. Okay, I think we're good to go. And you can hear me. Oh, 1 second. All right, thank you. Notified that there's still music playing. 1 second. Okay. I think there's a delay there. All right, good morning. Here we go. And I am heard. Oh, interesting. All right, there we go. Sound is clear. Thank you. Thank you for letting me know, my tech people letting me know that there was still some technical issue there, but we're good to go. Now you can hear me clearly. Good morning, Daniel. Good morning, Nancy. Come on in. Good morning, everyone. Good to go. Thank you. Thank you very much. That's what I need. That's what I was waiting for. The good to go. Now we can get started. Again, welcome and good morning, legacy builders and Gen Zs, and not Gen Zs, first gens. That's messing it up already, but that's a new term I'm going to be using to describe you all, legacy builders and first gens. Good morning. Welcome as always. Come on in. Let me know what you are drinking. Tea, coffee, water, whatever your beverage of choice is, let me know. I'm going to go ahead and take my sip. Good morning, Tamika. I see you have your chai today. This is good weather, at least here in Maryland, for some chai. All right. For those who don't know me, my name is Marcella Mullen Williams. I am a licensed behavioral financial advisor and the co founder of Legacy Builder Group, a holistic coaching and investment firm where we help families create financial certainty and achieve impactful multi generational legacy wealth. That's what we're all about here in this group. So, let me I'm gonna go ahead and share and let me know if you are watching the replay, please, let us know in the chat. So I want to welcome all of those on YouTube. Let me know, put in the comments that you are watching from YouTube so I will know who is catching me where. All right. So the conversation I want to have today is based off of someone I was speaking to over the weekend. So not over the weekend, last week I had a speaking engagement, right? I was speaking and I had a brief conversation with the individual that was there who was interested in working with us. And she shared a little about what she and her husband have been doing financially and that they've been dealing with some of the financial consequences due to decisions that they made early in their marriage. So she shared some of the information with me, and because of what she shared, I told her that um, what she had shared was the reason why, one of the reasons I created a premarital financial counseling program. And her response to that was that would have really helped us out. And of course, I know that's why I created a premarital financial counseling. I know, what goes into this. Mark and I have been working, we've been in this industry for 15 years and we've worked with a lot of couples and we understand the challenges that goes in when it comes to financial challenges with years of marriage. I've been married for 28 years and I know the challenges that comes in being in marriage and having conversations around finance and the legacy building and the planning. It can be very challenging for people. So, and I want to say this too, especially for my individuals who are single who are watching. You know how hard it is to have conversations with yourself sometimes. Some people, the challenge that individuals can have with confronting certain financial conversations. So, of course, you amplify that by adding a partner, and that's what we're bringing to the table. So, that conversation, along with the engagement of my husband's brother over the weekend, really brought today's conversation to the top of my mind. And that's why I wanted to talk about today um, money and marriage, essential conversations that every couple needs to have before and during marriage. So, whether you're planning to be married one day, engaged, or already married, this is a critical topic that can set the stage for financial success in your relationship. So, I'm going to have this conversation. Good morning, Francesca. Great to see you. So, especially, I want to have this conversation for many of us who are first generation high income earners. Our first gens are legacy builders because we know what this group is all about. That's who we're talking to, these first gen situations that we have to deal with. So, first gens often come from a background where financial security wasn't guaranteed, right? It's There was some struggle or lack of consistency. And because of that, you may not have a financial playbook growing up. It's just not something that you were privy to. So now you're working to create one. You're doing your due diligence and you want to create that structure. So that means you're not just managing personal finances, you're navigating uncharted territory in legacy wealth building. So now you add marriage to that equation, and it's crucial to ensure that both you and your partner are aligned on financial situations, your financial approach, the financial conversation. What that requires is financial clarity, trust, and partnership from the very start. Okay. Clarity, financial clarity, trust, and partnership right from the beginning. And these are the things that, I mean, even right here, we can stop here. And these are things that we're not thinking about a lot of times when we go into marriage, when we go into relationships. So, again, it's the reason why premarital financial counseling is so important. And in case you may be wondering, okay, what is premarital financial counseling? Maybe it's not something you've heard of. Maybe you're more familiar with just marriage counseling, premarital counseling that people take, and they touch a little bit on finance. No, what I do is it's all about finance and preparing for the marriage and those marital conversations. So what it is a structured way to really dive into um, finances as a couple, right? So for some people, it's that really beginning point of having those or openly discussing financial history, goals, and expectations before actually walking down the aisle. And it's really it's such a crucial step for ensuring that you and your partner have a shared vision for your financial future. So let's get to the heart of the matter. I'm going to get right into it. The specific financial conversations that every couple should have before marriage. Okay. And again, whether you're engaged or married or want to be married one day or have no desire to get married, you're still going to find some relevance in these conversations, okay? Whether you're having them again with yourself or with your partner. But for today's purposes, we're focusing on having the conversation with your partner. I still think there's something you can pull out of it. Again, whether you're married or not. So let's look at the first one. Income and expenses. Discuss how much money you each are bringing in and how do you spend it. Yep. You got to have that conversation from the beginning. That's the first step. And if you're uncomfortable with that, it's okay. It's natural. Again, especially as a first gen, not growing up in a house maybe where you didn't have those conversations. There was the no talk rule. You didn't talk about money. Yeah, you can see the importance of why we want to dive right into that. So first gens often um, have the challenge of balancing newfound wealth with a variety of like personal habits. You know, you're bringing in these habits into this relationship. So, oh, okay, I see the question. First step towards what? It's the first step, towards um, being in financial alignment. I think that's what you're talking about, Daniel. But thanks for the question. So, income in expenses. You want to have the conversation. Be upfront about how you earn and spend money, whether it's on necessities, luxuries, or investments. You want to be upfront about where money is coming from and where it's going. This is your starting point for understanding each other's financial worlds. Remember, you're bringing two worlds together. It's so important to be able to start here with bringing those worlds together. All right. So, one is income and expenses. Two, let's talk about debt. Yes, it's essential to disclose all debts. I've heard situations, oh my goodness, situations where people come into relationships and they have no idea how much debt someone is bringing into that relationship. So, whether it's student loans, credit cards, or personal loans, understanding what kind of debt each partner brings into this marriage is absolutely crucial. Debt can be a significant issue if one person feels blindsided later. Huge. Again, I've seen it. It could be detrimental to a relationship. So you'll want to disclose that, have that conversation, and also decide on how. you're going to tackle the debt as a team. Remember, you're together now. It's a partnership. So it's no longer, well, that's your debt and that's my debt. And you need to handle it and I need to handle mine. It's, look, let's work together. The partnership. How do we tackle this as a team? All right. Third, spending priorities. One of you may be a spender, the other one may be a saver. It's essential to talk about your spending priorities, especially as a high income earner. You We want to make sure that what's important, what are you prioritizing? Investments, real estate, vacations? You need to align your short-term and long-term priorities to avoid friction in the relationship. So 3 is spending priorities. 4, investment and risk tolerance. Are you both comfortable with the same level of financial risk? Again, this is a conversation that is often missed, that a lot of people just are not having. What's your risk tolerance? Investment plays a major role in building wealth. So you'll want to make sure that you're able to share similar investment goals and understand each other's in risk tolerance, not judging it, understanding from a safe place, and seeing how that works as you build wealth together. All right. So that's 4 was investment and risk tolerance. 5, your financial roles. Another really important uh, conversation to have that we're not having. Who will take the lead on managing finances in your marriage? And in my premarital financial counseling program, I break it into different C-suite roles. But in the case to keep it short and sweet here, just who's going to be just designate. Are you going to share responsibilities or designate one person to handle the budget, the bills, the investments? How is that handled? You need to have clarity on financial roles in order to prevent future misunderstandings. That can be huge. Very important. Good morning, Sheila. I see you on Instagram. Morning. This is so important. So those are the 5 there that you have. And again, I know I covered a few things for the sake of time. That's what the replay is for. So I want you to, I know you may be thinking after I just list those 5, okay, these are great, but it's challenging to have these conversations with my partner. Or it's triggering for me. I'm challenged with having these conversations. Again, understandable, especially as a first gen coming in, high income earner, first time legacy builder. You didn't have it before. So it can be challenging. And so I'm going to go into how you can start having these financial conversations in a healthy and productive way. But I'm going to pause a second because I see some comments and I want to read them. Stacy, this is so good. And these conversations are necessary. I never had any of these conversations before I got married. Yes, thank you for sharing that. Most of us do not. Most of us do not. Ron on YouTube, with the way our current culture is set up, this topic needs to transcend marriage and move into day-to-day interactions. Perhaps then we can have a rational reason and discourse. Have rational reason and discourse. Yes, I got it. I got it there. Yes, I agree. The way our culture is, it does need to transcend marriage and move into day-to-day interactions. I agree with that, Ron. Thank you for sharing that. Nancy, we were, they said we were financially okay growing up. My divorced mom raised us. Okay, taught us. All right. We live from the present, not the future. I wonder if most Black people did. Yes. Should you work? So thank you, Nancy, for sharing your background with money and growing up. That's and I love that you share that because we cover that a lot with the no talk rule, just understanding your messages behind money and how you bring it into marriage. And then you bring up even with people of color, it's huge in communities of color, how these conversations are not being had. So again, you add in the equation of marriage, a whole nother level. So let's look at how we can start having these important financial conversations in a healthy and productive way. And again, thank you for the shares and continue to drop your thoughts in the comments. So the first way is to, again, to start having these conversations is to start early. And I feel like since we're talking about marriage and not marriage, just conversations, period. Starting early could mean having conversations with your kids early in your home early, but for the sake of marriage, you don't want to wait until after the wedding to discuss finances. Oh my goodness, huge mistake again, so common, but this is detrimental can be detrimental to a relationship. You want to have it early before. Start these conversations as early as possible so that you can have time to navigate any differences and develop a shared plan. That's what we want. I've heard someone talk about they have money conversations on the first date with someone because it tells their response to money conversations on a first date, lets them know if they want to have a second date. Um, hey, I have no problem with that. I actually like that. I like that idea. 2, be honest and transparent. Now, no matter where you are, now is the time to lay your financial cards on the table. Always now. Now is always the time, okay? Not waiting till later. Be transparent about debt, about financial commitments, and habits that may affect your future. You want to be transparent about all those things. And I'm telling you right now, listen to me, hiding financial details now will only cause problems later. You understand me? You hear me? Hiding any financial details now will, not may, will cause problems later. So don't do that. Be open, be honest, be transparent. First one will start early. Third and final tip, work with a professional. Yes, work with a professional. If you're unsure of where to start or find it hard to communicate about money with your partner, then consider working with a professional like Mark or myself. It can make things a lot easier. We help guide the conversation and then offers tailored solutions to your specific situation. Everyone's situation is unique. It's specific. Yet there are common issues that we have as humans, as couples. So we're able to bring your uniqueness with the common to offer solutions that fit you. And I can't tell you how, I only take on so many premarital financial counseling couples per year because I pour a lot into it and they also pour a lot out. It can be emotional. I have initial consultations that people are in tears or crying. Um, most of my most of my sessions, there are tears because many of times it's gratitude that they can be able to actually, for the first time, openly have a dialogue that does not lead to frustration as it had been for so long between the couple. Many times it's releasing. They are unburdening and they're feeling the release of what's been bottled up as we come across those aha moments and those discoveries, pulling from their childhood, pulling from what's really going on, their relationship with money. So, working with a professional working with an advisor, a coach to help guide the conversation is absolutely necessary for some couples to get over that hump and to help again clearly define the roles, guide the conversation, help navigate specific conversations that's been had over and over and over again, leading to nowhere. Then when they meet with me, we finally able to get to the bottom of it because there was an unbiased party involved. So all of that's so important. So I want you to really look at and look back at your notes for my note takers and go back to the replay as to what I'm sharing and how it can impact you where you are now and whether again planning to be married or engaged, and really ask yourself, where are you when it comes to your comfort in having these honest conversations? Let me look at